Hey, good morning, everyone. Ruben here, Kinder Dog PDX. We have a question of the day. It's been a little while since we've been doing these, and I'm not sure why. Maybe we just got a little busy and kind of spaced it, but gonna bring these back because I find them very valuable because there's usually a lot of information in them. So here's our question of the day. This is probably like number 25 or 26. We have a bunch of other ones on our IGTV page and YouTube page, and that's where you'll be able to find these again in the future. So here we go. So hi, we have a 3-year-old pit bull. He lunges and pulls himself into situations. I might also add he was also being attacked by other dogs that he lived with previously regularly. It seems a switch goes off and he gets lost in his emotions. He does not listen to anything. He is 85 pounds and strong. I am not able to take him to dog parks or around other dogs. He does get along with my other dog. They play together, although he has lashed out at my other dog a few times if he barks a certain way. I really want to help him be the best dog he can be. Okay, so this is a good question. I think lots of stuff going on in here. So he lunges and pulls himself into situations. All right, so we're just gonna back up a little bit and take care of some other things. So, you put in here, I'm not able to take him to dog parks or around other dogs, but he does get along with your house dog, so there's that little ounce of familiarity there. Him being around your other dog, that's great, right? It sounds like we might want to get a little bit more control going on in the house if he is going after the other dog, so that would look like teaching both dogs place work, helping to settle down the environment, because if your other dog is getting overexcited and over adrenalized, it could be possible that the pity in this case might be trying to correct that situation and actually calm that dog down. So you want to be the one in the position to calm the situation, all right? You said you're not able to take them to dog parks. That's fine. Don't take your dog to a dog park anyway, even if they were dog friendly, because that's a really quick way to make your dog undog friendly, all right? So pick and choose the dogs that you want your dog to hang out with. If you have friends who have dogs, those would be the preferable ones to get your dog around, because then you can take a walk together. You can do slow introductions rather than just throwing your dog into a mosh pit, right? So don't worry about the dog parks. We have other videos talking about why that's just not a very good idea, okay? He does not listen to anything, so that's where we're gonna wanna start, right? We wanna get good listening on board, because that's going to really help us moving forward. So you're going to want to teach your dog some obedience work, place work, sit down, recall, slowing them down, getting them in the crate. You're going to want to do this on leash and off leash. We have a bunch of videos on our YouTube page that go over on how to start these things, but that's where you're really going to want to focus, right? And you're going to want to start slowly inside your house in a nice calm environment, so that you can teach the dog what you want. And then you're going to slowly start to increase the distance, increase the duration, and then increase the distractions for your dog, right? This is all part of the proofing stage of this. Let's see. The dogs play together, which is great. Again, you want to take a look at what your other dog is like. You want to be in a good, relevant position so that if play is starting to get to be too much, you can step in, separate the dogs easily, and it's not a huge thing. It's not a task. Let's see. It seems a switch goes off and he gets lost in his emotions. So yeah, I think it's going to be a matter of slowing things down, right? So like, don't go for actual walks, walk in your driveway, walk in front of your house, because one of the things that we focus on is building new associations. And so if your dog is 3 years old, maybe you've had him for 2 years, maybe you've had him for 2.5 years, and he's always been barking and lunging on the leash, that's his association with you and the walk. So you are going to want to scale that stuff back and create a new association of how it feels to be on the leash in your presence. And so what that means is he's got to practice being calm and relaxed on the leash with you. And you're going to establish that by having successful walks where he's not getting reactive, right? Because every time he gets reactive, it's just further ingraining that behavior into him, okay? And it's a lot harder to train that stuff out, right? So you're going to want to slow it all down, and that might mean you're cutting back the food a little bit, because he might not be getting like super long walks, which is okay. You're building up to that point, but we have to have a starting point where we're taking a lot of pressure off of the dog, helping him be successful before we start putting them into higher pressured situations. All right. Let's see. So yeah, I think that's really about it. A lot of the time it comes down to training. We want to get some good training on board, one that teaches the dogs how to be relaxed and tuned in to their handlers, right? So again, we have a bunch of free YouTube videos that talk about this stuff. You can follow our page for constant content and tips on how to do this. Get the dog working for their meals. This is going to help build relevance to you. It's going to take work. It's going to take time and patience and consistency on your end. It can be done. And so, yeah, that's where I would start, implementing tons of structure and start training so that you can be able to talk with your dog. Oftentimes that's what we see, is just there's a lack of clear communication. The dog doesn't know what to do, and the owner doesn't know what to do either. They don't know how to implement it. So scale everything back, start inside your house, and then slowly start to build up to higher pressure situations. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this, let me know in the comments, and we can talk about it a little bit more. Like I said, we're going to be bringing these back because I think they're very valuable, and for some reason we just kind of been spacing them. So apologize for that. So we're bringing them back to provide you guys with just more content, more value, to possibly help you along your dog training journey. So anyways, thank you for watching, and we will talk to you all later. Bye.